All right, it's been a hassle. It's now I think I know why people don't or some people get pushed away from recording and streaming, and there's a lot that goes into this and a lot that is needed. It's not the setup I was really looking for. But it's working. We got most of our stuff here. Some of the stuff didn't work. We caved. We now are on BlueStacks playing. Last video froze halfway through because of BlueStacks, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. We're working. Hopefully we can optimize this even better, but I wanted to get something out for everybody and show that we're, our new setup. We have a face cam, we have a better mic, we got everything going now. So hopefully we can start doing some more stuff soon. Jump into the video though. Let's this deck is as you can see, I haven't even named it. It's pretty new. I've played Ce3Bro, Ce3Bro, several times before. This one is fairly new to me. I just pulled Baron Mordo, so I figured let's give it a shot. Let's showcase this deck today. I just really wanted to get something out, so let's look into why and what I have in here and why I have it in here. Blade, I will say, is probably the only iffy one for me. I rarely ever want to play him, but he's one cost, so late game, if we do want to drop him, and we can drop him, he's great for that. So armor, typically he'll protect Blade if anything, but he's here for if we can get these too high and we want to save from like a Shang-Chi play. Typically that won't happen in this deck, but 2-3, so he's in here as well. Baron Mordo, like I said, just pulled him, but I figured we'd give it a shot. He does have some cool interactions, making their cards cost 1, so he is a little bit of disruption as well, which we don't have much of in here. Domino, puller on turn 2 every game, so it's good at thinning out the deck and helps us out. Swarm, just kind of a cool card, and he's a 2-3 as well, so he's cheap and he's cool. Ce3Bro, the heart of this deck. This deck does not work without him. He's going to be pushing 2 power to all of our 3 costs. And then we have Mystique following. She will double that 2 power, giving all our 3 costs another 2. Juggernaut is here just in case we do need to push something out of a lane we don't want it in, and 3-3, so he fits the bill. Rhino, in case we need to change up some lanes. This deck, biggest issue I will say is running into lanes that don't that really mess with us. So if they want to hire, even hiring the power, we don't want it. Lowering the power, anything that changes power or changes anything in this deck is terrible for us, so we're throwing Rhino in here. Shang-Chi will help protect us against if they have really high power cards. We might be able to drop them and maybe swing a lane. Magic, in case we haven't pulled into what we need, we can drop her on 5 and then extend the game. This will allow us another turn to pull into maybe Ce3Bro or something. And then Blue Marvel, because he's 4, but because he gives everything else +1, everything else will get +1, making everything 4, and then it still works with Ce3Bro and Mystique, pushing it up either 2, and if we have Mystique, pushing it up 4. So this is great in this deck. Actually, can I do it from here? I actually like this variant. Bam, swap in variant. Okay, let's jump in a couple games and see what we can do. This deck's a little rough to get off all the time, but when it works, and it's a lot of fun. So, Ce3Bro is probably the first deck I did get that was, well, I won't say the first one because moves got to be my favorite, but Ce3Bro is a lot of fun. I was missing a lot of the pieces. Now we got most of them, so let's jump in and see what we can do. Oh, I think this is a new person. I don't think we've ever played. Okay, so we have Blade in hand. This isn't terrible. I'm gonna drop him. Hopefully he doesn't take out Baron Mordo because I do want to use him and see what we can do with him. But it's all right. Let's drop Blade. Nothing here is terrible, other than probably Rhino. We don't really want to lose Rhino just in case one of these lanes is terrible for us. So don't say what you don't want to lose in this game because it will come for you.
Always lucky.
Okay, that's alright. We can ruin a random location. I do like to spread the love a little bit with this deck, since we're gonna need power. We're gonna need to spread a lot of power around. Because Ce3Bro's 0 power and so is Mystique, it gets a little rough trying to push a lane with just them 2 in it, so I like to separate them. Is everybody running Hazmat right now? That is terrible for us. Unfortunately, maybe we still might be able to make something happen, but that's gonna ruin this entire deck. Because Hazmat lowered the power of these by 1, we will take the win. We were gonna lose that. We'll take that win. Charity wins are okay in my book. Let's see if we can showcase a little bit more and see. We had some really good games in the last recording. Unfortunately, that recording, BlueStacks froze on us, so we couldn't get all of those out. Maybe I'll throw one of those games in. We'll see. But that was... We had some good games in the other video. Let's see if we can replicate that. Okay, that's alright. Let's... Oof. Do we risk hitting Mystique? Typically I would say no, but I'm gonna do it. But I said it, so it's gonna happen. Close my eyes. Okay, Juggernaut's not terrible. Not really what we wanted to see, but it's not terrible. Let's see if... Okay, we knew Domino was coming. Just because I like the R on Swarm more, I'm gonna play Swarm. Okay. Okay, that's okay, because it gives us +3 power in other locations, but does not actually give our cards +3 power, so it's okay. Okay, Cosmo. So we can't play into this lane with our Ce3Bro nonsense. It's kind of unfortunate. Just gonna drop Shang-Chi to see if we can get the 2 cards. Might as well drop them here, honestly, but I really want to spread the power here. We can also drop Magic next turn, extending the game. Like I said, we might need to. We really need that Ce3Bro to push any kind of power. It's okay. Let's see. Armor, interesting. All 3 costs 2. Are they running the same thing? I mean, 3 power. Are they running the same thing? This is interesting right here. Do we? Okay, I'm gonna start pushing power to the far left. That's all right. It still changes the lane, correct? Perfect, giving us limbo. And if we can push power, we win that. So I'm okay with that. Okay, let's I think I'm gonna play them both here in hopes that we can pull Ce3Bro and play him here. Because of Ce3Bro's ongoing though, right? It's not an on reveal. Let's actually put Rhino here so that we can drop Ce3Bro into the right and then Mystique into the left if we need. Yep. They have Ce3Bro. Is that Mystique? Did they get... Okay, no. Interesting. Oh, see, that's why we want our armor to protect. He would have gone off second either way, so it doesn't matter too much. Unfortunately, actually. So this is a loss. He can drop anything into this lane. Interesting. Why is it giving our magic +3? I'm assuming it just hasn't transferred over from the Baxter building yet. Yeah, unfortunately this one's a loss. We can't push over their power. We can only push 3 power into any lane here. Baxter building, if they don't play anything into it, we might be able to pull that out, but I don't see why they wouldn't. We don't really have a fear of losing cubes, so we'll play it. One thing I will say is I've noticed that if you just change up your deck, the game will start to put you against similar, if not the same deck. So that I think that goes to prove my point. 1-1 for the series. See if we can get a game that actually allows us to do what we want to do. I think that's the hardest part about getting these videos to work is that issue there. Perfect. Okay, let's see. We have Ce3Bro in hand, so we like to see that. I wouldn't be able to play Blade right now anyway. I wouldn't want to risk that, so it's okay that we don't have him in hand. Wakanda. Okay, it's not terrible. We can armor this left lane. The only reason I say that is because we more than likely want to play Rhino into that lane, because we want to change that. So we're going to need power over here to compete against them. Has to be a bot. Nobody drops a swarm unless he's running something similar again. I noticed we run into that a lot. No, this is 2-2-3. This is a bot, but we can't. There's no way they're running Ce3Bro again, right? Right? Actually, let's play away from them. They already have 3 power there. Let's play away into this far lane in hopes that we can pull out some shenanigans. Yeah, it's a bot. A bot will always follow where you put power. Biggest cheaters in the game. Okay, we're gonna play Magic in hopes. We're gonna need a Mystique this game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, really, bot? That's insane right there. Yeah, I bet you did. Okay, we're gonna hold off Ce3Bro one more turn in hopes that we're going to get. I actually might have been able to play Shang-Chi into Wakanda. We're gonna need to pull out some extra power into Wakanda. Yeah, that's probably a misplay on my end. I should have played Shang-Chi into here, and then we could have pushed 7 power into Wakanda. That probably would have been best for us. But it's alright. We're gonna do this, and actually we still can. We could have pushed even more with Blade, and this is why Blade is in the deck. Like I said, we don't typically want to play him early, but if we can get him like on a turn 7 where he fits, it's perfect. So we just have to hope they don't put anything into Wakanda. Oh, we still have more there, which is okay. Ce3Bro, do your thing. Mystique, copy it. Do your thing. The fact that we only lose by 1 in this lane is pretty insane. The amount of power you can push out it's awesome if you can get everything to work. I used to run this deck, and without magic it doesn't really want to do, or you can't really always pull everything off. That extra turn is awesome, and then being able to do something like a Blade on turn 7 is what won us that game. So is he terrible in the deck? No. Is he great? Not always, but when it works, it works. So Love to see that. Let's play one more and see if we can showcase it one more time. If we can't, we can't. We're 2-1 right now. The first one was a little lucky that they left. We should have lost that game, but it's all right. I like to name these new decks, but I typically keep this last slot of decks, this last deck slot, nameless because I change it up so much. Ooh, we like this. Elysium's gonna be great. Just start on our armor. Ooh, we can play a lot of stuff if, and this looks, is this a real person? J-Rad? I don't know. To be fair, people probably look at my name and are like, is this a real person? We don't really need the on-reveal effects at this location. Because of Elysium, we're going to be able to drop a lot of power anyway. So those cards are fine in there. They don't do much for us anywhere else other than power. Oof. And the X-Mansion Gamble. This is gonna be... okay. This is gonna be really rough. If it has anything over 3 power, it completely makes this deck useless. Let's go. We got a swarm. That was perfect. An Agatha though, okay. And they snapped, okay. Should we do something like a... do we think we can win this now? Because if we do, we can do Ce3Bro. Thing is, I really want to play Mystique. That's really where all the power comes from. So I am going to drop Magic. The question is, well, where do I drop her? I'm thinking into this far lane over here. This is going to be huge if he gets it right. On-reveal effects don't happen here. And then Elysium, I don't want to change that. I know it helps him out too, but I know it's not a turn 6 magic, or turn even a turn 5 would be better. But okay, Dracula's gonna be huge, so this lane is lost more than likely. This lane probably won. He's not gonna play anything huge in here. Oh, what's that other discard card? I don't have it, so I don't call it out very often. Let's do that. We would have been fine actually with the turn 6 magic. It's kind of a bummer, but it's okay. So we could have done Ce3Bro last turn, Mystique this turn, and then turn 6 magic, which would have caught them a little more off guard. But it's alright. Do they really hit their swarm with Nakia? That's insane. Because of, well, depending on how many cards they had in hand, but Nakia is pretty obsolete at this point. They nerfed her to the ground. Is he ongoing? Okay, so we can play him. I don't think we want to play him here. Basically screwed there. I would really like to play Rhino over Blue Marvel. My issue is Blue Marvel costs more, so next turn we can play 2 cards instead of 1. This is going to be the most power we're going to be able to push into this lane. So if we lose this one, we just lose. But you get to see what we can do. Yeah. Or no, he's going to be able to... What we can do is this and this. We're going to win this one with just 1. So we don't really need to worry about this. The power here might work, but more than likely he's going to get more if he does everything right and cuts into Dracula taking Apocalypse's power. Let's see. Oh, and the swarms as well. Yeah, fill up the board with the swarms, which is 5 power, I believe now. But we get a game where you can really showcase the amount of power you can play with this deck. Yeah, that's huge. He's gonna take that right now. Yeah, that's massive. It's awesome though. That's the most power we're gonna be able to push out with this deck. Basically, it makes it a little hard to play, I will not lie. We might have been able to pull through a win if we played Mystique. Actually, if we had played Mystique over here in Ruins instead of Limbo, we could have put Rhino into Limbo, winning us the game. So we actually could have won this game. That's a little unfortunate that we didn't catch that a little bit sooner, but we caught it before the video was over, which is a learning lesson. But we got to showcase what the deck can do, what the power output it can push out. So it could have been a little bit more here, 7 more to be exact, into Limbo to get us a win there. Honorable effects don't happen here. That's what kind of ruined different plays we could have played here. But it's all right. We did what we wanted to do. it was still. I still think it's probably one of the most fun decks to play. I think I've got everything in it. You can drop down in the comments. Let me know if we are missing something, which I might be. I definitely don't think I know everything about the game, or I definitely don't have all the cards. So we might be missing a thing or two. Let me know down in the comments. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video with the camera on BlueStacks. Hopefully the recording's better, the audio's better, and hopefully we can get some more stuff out soon. Thinking possibly some live streams. I need to really work it into the schedule and see if I can get everything to work and when we can do them. Probably start off pretty short, but enough talking about that. Hopefully we can get all this up soon and working. Like I said, hopefully you guys liked the video. Let me know what you guys think about the deck in the comments. And I had somebody in the last video drop a lot of recommendations for my move deck, which I really appreciated. If anybody else has some comments to leave, some updates, anything, let me know. I enjoy when people leave their recommendations in the comments because it really opens up my eyes too. I don't think I know everything. I will never claim to know everything about the game. So drop it down in the comments. Let me know. And we'll see you in the next one.